Hello, good evening. It is Monday, October 13th, and this is the Edji Room. Thank you for tuning in to the Edji Read for Monday for the weekly energy. Pretty straightforward. Energy is pretty good. Now, the words may sound a little sad or, negative, but the overall energy is really good. So, in the Edgy Room tonight, we got vibes. We have a white candle. We have crystals and things on the table. We have incense burning. This is your first time tuning into the Edji Room. We welcome you, first timers. The collective welcomes you, and I thank you for being here. And in the Edji Room, we only call in energy of love, light, healing, and the ancestors of those energies. This is a space of calm. This is a space of peace. I am Indy. I don't offer services to the public, but I am a priestess, a Kemet priestess, and a oracle. So I do readings when the moon tells me to. So Mondays, we're going to start with weekly energy. And it's a vibe. I like to take my time. We have 3 energy cards on the table for the week. For anyone hearing this message, whenever you hear it, if it's not a Monday, just the week ahead, the next 7 days. First, we have grief. And it says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And then we have worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. And then we have gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Okay. I also pulled some chakra cards at the top of the table so we can focus on the chakras for the week. I'll say those for the end. But I pulled 3 for the 3 major energy cards for the week. And I'm going to try not to pause too much so they don't pick up the sound in the background. All right, to describe this grief energy for the collective for the week, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it, and I feel as though the energy is like everyone here knows when to let go, when to have a time to really grieve something, but also at the end of that grief, completely let go of any negative feeling. If it is really grief of if anyone has lost anyone recently or anything like that, it's letting go of the sadness of grief and learning how to honor and celebrate your loved one, you know, with your, privately. You don't have to always openly honor your ancestors. Sometimes you just need to know that, going to have a drink, going to, shake a tail fella, whatever, is, releasing or communing with the ancestor or remembering them without the tears and the sadness. The overall energy is not grief though. It's just saying, like, I understand that losing something, like, if things don't go my way, I just know that when I do get things to go my way, to appreciate it more. Or if I do get what I want, I just know how to appreciate it more and take more time in also the honor of being able to let things go and be at peace, to release, and to see things for what they are. The tarot to go with this is the Devil card, the World card, and the Death card reverse. Now, usually in the Edji Room, we don't do reverse cards, but this is the only reverse card on the entire table because it was like a new beginning. So when you see the image of the cards in the pictures, you'll see the stairs kind of going into her head. So I'm thinking it's like negative thoughts. Like, you're not letting negative pressure, negative things get to you. You're saying that the world can provide a new beginning for you. Like, you're not worried about the minuscule things around you, the day-to-day, and the people that may have been causing you grief, all right, getting on your nerves is is an everyday word. People in your business and not minding their business to the best of their ability. And at first it didn't bother you, but now it started to get on your nerves, right? So the outcome is release and let go. Which is why you've got the Death card, behind the world, because you're seeing that, the world is your oyster. Like, I ain't worried about this stuff, like, really worried about the stuff around me. Yeah, you got your things that you need to do, your day-to-day, even like family members that you do care about, or, things that you like to do every day that you're able to do. Yes, you appreciate it, but the things that are causing you grief in life, things that are bringing an energy of grief, you letting it go. And you dead in it, you got the Death card, like, you ending it, it's over. But it's in the reverse, which is, also bringing it back to the group. It's bringing it back to self, in the collective, that you are transforming, like, you're changing your mindset. All right, with the skull and the card, it is really like your mindset is reverse. It is like, it's negative on that negative shit. Like, that's kind of how it's going. Like, it's negative on the negative stuff. So it's done. It's moving on. And you're appreciating it, and you know that worry energy, right? I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. You're learning that negative energy, worry makes you feel drained. Worry makes you feel pulled down. When and you notice how when something you didn't know was weighing you down is suddenly removed from your life, how you don't feel any pressure on your shoulders anymore. That is how you want to feel at all times. And it may have been some recent things that the universe or God, just naturally remove. Like some people here listening to this, you may think, oh, it was naturally removed. You can tell the difference between when God removes somebody and when you are relieved of something, so that you can move on and not be blocked and not be sad and not be upset. The things that you have understood that are needed versus, are tolerated. Those differences are becoming very pertinent is a word for some of you all. Pertinent is becoming very in your face, right? The tarot cards to go with this we have is the Emperor. The Emperor, he's sitting on his throne. He got everything he needs. But the Emperor is different from the King. A king has, a kingdom, where an emperor has a dynasty. Like, it is a loving, warm feeling of, I control this and I have this, and it's mine. Like, and I'm able to fight off my enemies. So you're not afraid of, somebody attacking or destroying it. Like, you got it on lock. Again, you negative on the negative. Shining bright. And shining bright inside. The root chakra heavily activated here. Heavily activated. And then also the mind, right? We have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 cards here that reflect the mind. Also, actually 5. One of the oracle cards looks like a diamond in the middle here. Looks like, the third eye. So we have mind cards on the table, mind energy, thinking, like I said, your whole perception of what energy is needed around you. We moving past, the example and the way that God cleared the energy. Now, God did that. The way that God cleared the energy so that your path could be clear. If anybody was praying for clarity, that's confirmation. And I thank you for tuning in. Somebody asked for clarity, and God said it wasn't the thoughts, right? It wasn't your thoughts. You're like, oh, I need clarity on a plan, or on like maybe dealing with brain fog or something like that. It wasn't like, and you asked for clarity, or even clarity on a hard decision, or how somebody was, effing with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did it in a way, and God said, that's you seeing what you need to see. So, because I guess somebody was trying to avoid crashing out. That could be here on the table. That energy. Trying to avoid crashing out. And you had to go pray. Even if you had not prayed in a long time, you immediately had to go pray and was like, make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing, God. Because it may not have been like in people's actions with you, but their actions were one way and you were taking it another way. And like somebody may have done something nice for you, but you were suspicious of their niceness. And just instead of usually just accepting it may have been casual gesture, like somebody may have bought you lunch, or somebody may have just did something nice, held the door for you extra long, help you carry something through your car, like, passed you, let you get over on the highway, like, just a nice gesture. And you like, I'm in flow with the universe. Yes, good energy, people being nice and polite, cool. That's energy I'm giving out, trying to be nice and polite. Maybe somebody been working on their attitude towards the world. May have been guarded. We have the 9 of Wands on the table as well. And then somebody close to you, or, not a big thing, but when they did it, you got like a little, and yes, that means that if you are, building your faith, or building your, building your spiritual life, maybe meditating with yourself more, or, getting into your Bible, or, just even if it's just praying, getting on your hands and knees and praying, or just praying wherever you are, like praying in the bed, praying at work. But like, people think you in your own world, they like, hey, I'm talking to you, and you're like, oh, okay, what? Because you're literally talking to God all the time. Confirmation for you, yes, God said He is hearing you, and yes, He is your best friend. Like, some of you all are talking to God like He's your best friend. That's yeah. Keep doing that. It's working for you. It's working for you. It's a very loud and clear, and God understands the sincerity in your heart. You may be joking, laughing, even not saying you're not using profanity and talking crazy, woo woo, like, and I in my personals and my private, I curse and all that stuff. Like, I'm posting this, so I ain't want to be too whoop, because I'm new to this. So, as you will see, this is, the first video I'm posting on this Monday. So, anyways, you talking to God like a best friend, and keep doing it. Like, God know you. God made you. Like, God know when you talking to your people and your girls or whatever, you have an honest conversation. Like, you just gonna flow off the heart. You gonna say what you gonna say, and your ancestors are saying, we used to curse, like, what I'm saying, not in the saying like don't curse so much that you don't use like regular words, what I'm saying. But if you in your zone, feeling saucy, what I'm saying, like you want to get a little lazy tongue, whatever, talking your shit, and you gonna keep talking, it's gonna slip out, right? Like that. Okay, so gratitude. This is a space of gratitude now, and it says, I am thankful for this life and the opportunity that it presents. So we have the 6 of Wands. And the 6 of Wands is a victory card. She got her hands up in the air. She riding high off life. In traditional tarot, the cards is him riding into the village or riding into town, victorious, winning the battle. But in this energy, this is feminine energy. And that's why I like these Monday mood cards. Because of the colors and the hues and the warmth of it, and like the people don't have like features or nothing. It's really pure energy. So this is feminine energy with the pinks and things like that. But is on the basis of crown energy, like energy from the neck up. It's the connection between your solar, sacral, creativity, even like the way you eating and treating yourself, and being warm and sensual with yourself, and also connecting your crown chakra aspects, including the third eye and the throat chakra, excuse me, and the heart chakra, getting that bluish purplish hue at the bottom of the bases of it. and just feeling happy. Like, I'm getting roller coaster vibes because her hair is like up in the air too. So she's just really enjoying life, and the gratitude is there. Like, God can feel the gratitude. You can feel the gratitude. You can feel God blessing you, and because God is blessing everyone here, if you haven't got like a lot of money or like a big change, like a promotion or salary change or a boost, even if you have had hard times like losing your job, being fired, or laid off, quote unquote, as they say, the year is 2025. As I'm saying that, as a black woman, being laid off, as they say, in today's climate, that you still have this like inner knowing of gratitude, and it's different this time because it's coming from the heart, because this gratitude card is green, so heart energy, right? We love the Lord. We love we love being able to commune with ourselves, dig deep, and see accomplishment, right? Or gratitude for that. And it's just coming from a place of inner, so much inner. It's because it's after you know that the heartache, we have the Three of Swords, and the overthinking and staying up all night, the Nine of Swords, and being in a sad energy is not for you. You have a knowing that you're healing your heart. You're like, so all these cards, so the thing about all these cards on the table is, to the eye, like, if I post, like, I'm gonna post the audio with just the picture, right? And so if you look at it and you don't listen to the audio, and we're like 22 minutes in, if you don't listen to the audio, then you're gonna be like, oh, this is crazy. Like, it's a devil card and like a death card upside down, and like a Nine of Swords, and like heartache, and like, oh my God, and worry and grief on the table, like you're gonna be like, I'm not gonna listen to this. But for those of you who did tune in, this is why this is for you and not for anyone else. Okay, that's how you know if something resonates with you. It's like, okay, I decided to click on this, and then I decided to actually listen to it. Everything in it was connecting with me, and not to force anything. It should be real organic. Okay. If you ain't feeling the vibe, you ain't feeling the vibe. But if you are, and you understand this is a safe space, and this is a space of just like honesty and just like deciphering energy, really, we read pure energy in the Edji Room, and we keep it sweet and simple. So, the energy was so high, like the gratitude was up, 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 up. To bring it back down. So, just a little tarot, reading explanation. If you, just new to the Edji Room, you want to know what the vibe is. I don't know, I just feel it in my spirit that I have a lot of newcomers in the Edji Room, and I just like newcomers to just tarot in general, and I just want to just explain how, like, not too much on they systems. Not too much on they systems. I hope y'all get that code. Hope y'all get that black code. The black code. Their systems, and more so on just really the pure aspect of energy. Okay. Alright. But this negative, all these cards are just like completely opposite. So like the Nine of Swords is usually like, oh, you up all night, you can't sleep, something just on your mind, you just thinking, overthinking. Oh, just like, it's over. But it's pressuring you, keeping you from resting in peace. And more so healing in peace. This is vice versa. It's like your crown chakra is so activated. God is showing you so much that you pray for whatever you pray for. When it's like I said before, you pray for clarity in something or someone or whatever, and literally God awakened you. Like, God granted you a gift. Like, really all you have to do was ask for it, and you really don't even know what you asked for, but all you know is that it made your heart it started healing your heart and bringing you peace, because God started showing you stuff. Like, blatantly started showing you either something you manifested, which is like why the gratitude is super, super high, or he started showing you something so that you were able to get out of it and leave that situation, or completely let go of that situation in peace. Maybe some of you all may have been like taking years to maybe let go of somebody, stop allowing them to come back, or just old habits completely changing your life, or really mindset, like officially, like now you have officially changed your mindset on certain things, and you're understanding how it's truly manifesting. But it wasn't like more cars, more money. It was like not more money in that aspect. It was really more money. Yes, it was more wealth. Understanding what to do with your money and how to use your resources. Whether you need assistance or you don't, still knowing how to maximize your resources. And this came from a heart space with clearing something. And so for the rest of the week, like, y'all look, we got the Queen of Wands and we got Discipline. All right, and the Queen of Wands kind of came out on top of the Emperor. The masculine was pulling that energy, pulling that feminine energy. Discipline. So everyone here is trying to balance their discipline with their work ethic and also their creativity. All right, if you did lose a job or something like that, you got creative in finding a new job, might be finding a new career lane, like changing your whole new job, right? Whole new aspect of how you make money, taking control is what I'm getting from this Queen of Wands. Taking control and standing in your power. With the Emperor, the divine masculine. So your masculine and feminine power is finding discipline on how to balance itself. All this is inner work. All this is going on inside. So people around you on the outside, they don't know all this shit going on. They don't know all this shit going on, and they're not worried about, they really can't see it on you and all that. They just know you just look unbothered, like you don't want to be bothered. And you look unbothered and like you don't want to be bothered. And they are the ones that get you, and God knows that, and also, the universe is like, okay, the energy is good enough to be around you, and God is like, okay, they're not trying to, they can be around you, they're not blocking your pathway, not blocking no clarity, they're not trying to like they true colors are shown. You can see their true colors. If you can't see nobody's true colors, they not around. Like they gone. They gonna be gone by the end of this week. Especially if you pray for no blockages, or if you felt like something was like, God, something blocking my abundance, something's blocking my peace, something's blocking my my peace of mind, or something's blocking my ambition or something like that. God quickly dropped it. Like, he's quickly dropping it. And if you haven't prayed it, pray it. And within a short amount of time, I ain't gonna guarantee the time, but a short amount of time, he gonna what? Not in a short amount of time. He's gonna immediately to start to show you, make it clear, make it make it just so in your face. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, wow, Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Like I said, 10 toes down. We got the 10 of cups. Heart's desires. You're going after what you want, and you're not telling nobody. That's what I said. All this is inner work, and a lot of this is not. Yeah, it's a lot of this is career based for the collective to hear this. Maybe you recently, will let go of your job. Hint, hint. I mentioned, the black woman climate in America right now. However, the understanding of this reading is this is inner work. This is inner healing. And ain't nobody disturbing your peace on that. No matter where you are in life. If you guarantee know that it's getting better, and not just material. Like I said earlier, some of you here are awakening. Like to the whole, like you may just start like a super healthy, like, oh, she vegan now, or she, yeah, you may be temporarily just trying it out, but you're just seeking a healthier way of life. Not saying that, vegan is healthy for everybody. Not saying that. What I'm saying is you are just maybe trying like different health, fat type of diets, juicing for the first time, eating just, intentionally, stop smoking, or intentionally stop drinking, not, it may not be permanently, but you're like, I'm gonna do like a little detox, or I ain't gonna drink, I ain't gonna go out, so I ain't gonna drink. Like I'm only gonna drink when I go out, but I'm gonna save money, and I ain't gonna go out, so I ain't gonna drink. Instead of, going to the grocery store and grabbing some wine, and then like it's just a cleansing. Which also, if you are starting some type of detox, new diet, just new perspective on eating or anything like that, being intentional about your hormonal needs, being intentional about, what your body needs. If you do work out a lot, paying attention to rest and meditation, and, switching it up, maybe, trying swimming instead of running, or, it's just like a cleansing, a renewal, which is boosting. For those of you who are doing any of those things, this is also boosting your clarity. Okay, you're watching your consumption, maybe a social media detox, etc., etc. So all of this energy is going on during the week, but it may not apply to all of you. This is just like such a collective reading, like such a big collective reading. Who knows who's going to see this? So that's the energy for Monday. And I thank you guys for tuning in. Look like you're gonna be you might need some shades. Y'all need to buy you some shades. Even if it ain't that sunny where you at, you might need to buy you some shades. Just so you can because God about to make it real clear. Okay? Alright. Universe is about to open up some things, move some clouds out the way, bring some rain down. For some of y'all, make sure that you're staying hydrated. Make sure that you are staying nourished. And if anybody here has to penny pinch, anybody here is looking to save on groceries and things like that, just keep it simple. the most expensive thing out here now is meat. Where I'm at, and like fresh vegetables and things like that. So I would do, I'm doing soups and stuff for the fall and the winter time, and hey, bag of frozen veggies and some broth and some water, and also you can like take your herbs, so any type of, and make a tea and add it to your soup. Any type of powders like vitamin C or whatever, just as long as you know what it does to the taste of what you're trying to achieve, and get you the big bag of rice, and make you a little roux and get a little cup of rice and eat that. That's how I eat healthy and still try to penny pinch on the grocery bill. If things get tight. All right, so just a little FYI. Oh, the chakras. So the chakras this week that you need to pay attention to are the third eye chakra, and it says dreams. Dreams are where your mind translates the divine. Okay, so if you have any crystals or anything, you can put those under your pillow. It's just a natural element that helps clear the energy around you, so God's message can be clearer. That's why it says dreams are where your mind translates the divine. Okay, all right. Then you want to do the next chakra. It's 3 of them, so this is third eye as well, and it is destiny. Follow your instincts, they lead to the truth. All right, follow your intuition. All right, your instincts. Your instinct was to pray to God, to pray to the divine, to pray to your higher self, or ask the universe for clarity. You threw that prayer out there. You threw that request out there. Ask and you shall receive. And God gave this to you. And He put it in your intuition, but also opened your crown. All right. Your third eye. Okay. So the third chakra is root chakra. Remember I said heavy root chakra throughout this energy, red, orange, like all of this energy in here throughout the cards. And it says foundation. Foundation is what the castle of your soul is built upon. All right. Foundation is what the castle of your soul is built upon. Okay. So grounding yourself. Every time you get on your knees or you sit on the ground, you may cross your legs, or just sit on like the hard surface. Even if you sit on the couch, but you cross your legs and you ground yourself, you're activating your root chakra. Your root chakra is, of course, your ankles and your feet and your legs, but it's also the tailbone of your spine. Like they call like the anus, like that muscle, the sphincter, like you're just pulling that in. Well, it's like when you sit Indian style, it's just the basis of that anchored energy when you're sitting on the ground. Right? It's like the beginning of the antenna, kind of. And so that's why, in the Edji Room, you're going to hear me say meditate. I'm not necessarily saying like you need to have a clear mind and be chanting, or, all of that, be deep into it, floating in the air, but just really tuning into your body, listening to your heartbeat, putting your hand on your chest, breathing in and out, closing your eyes, just appreciating what you hear around you, appreciating your sound, if you can appreciate the fact that you can hear, appreciating the fact that you can see, you can smell, you can just really just doing like a body scan and just calming the nervous system, finding that frequency between you, Mother Earth, and the divine, putting aside all of this distraction in the world and just having that moment of stillness. And you could be thinking about whatever, but it's still intentional that you did that action that day. And over time, you'll be able to switch it up. Your form of meditation may be rapping every bit of a song from start to finish, going off, firing off. And if that's your meditation, is all about just maintaining a steady frequency of whatever energy you're trying to feel. All right. And we're going to end it with gratitude all the time and appreciation. And I thank you for being here in the Edji Room with me tonight. And I thank y'all for tuning in. If you listen to the whole thing, I really appreciate you. Please follow me on TikTok at Edji Reads. And you can see the number for the Edji Room posted there. And I may post it tomorrow, Tuesday, because it'll be a number read tomorrow, so I may just drop the number in there. But please follow, like, and subscribe, and come back for the next one, most importantly.